Brash is a battle rapper, a producer, a songwriter, a blogger, and dickbag. This is the art of hip-hop. Talking with underground rap's best MCs. And here's your host, Brash.
All right, well, I didn't mean to ruin it with that Anno Domini intro there, but this is the Art of Hip Hop. It's a show brought to you by Brash, Penalty Box Music all day. What we're doing here is I'm sitting people down and talking to them about their craft, who they are as artists, what they're trying to accomplish, everything that they are, who they are as a person, just so you can actually get a feel for who this artist is that you probably, are aware of. Lots of battle rappers. I got things in the works already as far as future guests and who we're going to bring aboard. This is primarily what's known, I guess, as like a Skype show. All these artists are pretty much traveling all over the world. I'm talking to people in California. I'm talking to people in New York. And I am centered in Connecticut. And everywhere in between is what I meant to say. But currently on the line with me, I have Logic, who I can see his beautiful face. He can't see mine. Logic is the president of iBattle. He's the founder. He's also, somebody that I respect highly. Penalty Box Music Group is, the brand that I'm a part of. I'm lucky to be an artist doing work in that capacity with him. Logic, how you doing? This is the pilot episode. I'm glad to have you here, brother. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. I don't know how I'm going to articulate my intro as well as you did, but
yeah,
I'm straight.
Now, for those who are listening for the first time, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty. I signed up for the Skype service late, and I actually even signed up for the wrong service, so I got like the ultra super, Skype on crack, but the problem is that it takes an hour to go through, and I did it 15 minutes before I called Logic. So the reason why he sounds a little muffled and distorted today is because he's speaking to me through his camera on his and he just put the camera super close to his face. But he's talking to me through the microphone on his webcam. So he's a little muffled, but so Logic,
maybe this sounds better. Better.
That's actually, well, it's closer, so it sounds more real. You know what I'm saying? But
cool.
So how you doing, brother?
I'm chilling, man. Just stressing. You're getting the next event, to pop off and trying to record my record. I'm a busy guy. Guy.
So you want to talk about iBattle?
Where do I start, man?
Yeah, man. I was there at the inception.
I'll give myself the plug of the next event real quick. Okay. September 14th, Takeover 2 Dominance is going on in New Haven at 212 Crown Street at the GOAT. If you're in New England or the tri-state area, try to make it out. It's a crazy event. Multiple main events. M-City versus PH, Kendall versus Cortez, City Towers versus Daylight, Lotta Zay versus Bricks Belvedere, Dirt versus Bender. That match alone is 3 years in the making.
Yeah, man. Dirt is amazing. Every battle he does is entertaining as fuck. So every single time I see that guy do his thing, I'm impressed. That dude is like a Zen master of battle rap to me. Not to big up anybody too much. You gotta take that?
I actually do. Damn. Sorry.
All right, I'll mute you for a minute, and then you just give me the thumbs up when you're ready to come back. But yeah, as you heard, iBattle is going to be the big get. So the September 13th. No, that's not the one. Shit, I forgot the date. This is going swimmingly. But anyways, Dirt versus Bender. That's going to be a classic match in the making. That alone, I think, is totally worth the money that they want. It's going to be a spectacular show. Now, I'm also looking to see City Towers do his thing. City Towers is an incredible local MC here in Connecticut. I think as far as Connecticut hip-hop goes, one of the best and one of the most underrated. So let me just actually run down this list while Logic does his thing. Hopefully he comes back soon. We got Bender versus Dirt, Lotta Zay versus Bricks Belvedere. All right, and he's back. I was floundering there for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I apologize. When the wife calls, you answer.
No, I understand, man. I'm married myself, so.
Trick of the trade.
Yeah, for real. All right, but what was I saying to you, sir? Okay.
You want me to talk about iBattle?
Yeah, pretty much, man. So
I plugged the event, and subscribe, youtube.com/iBattle TV.
Yep.
But yeah, so the inception, I mean, we talk about how iBattle started, man. We got to talk about what happened before that.
Yeah, we do.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right. 2011.
I was there.
Now, 2011 marked like the 4-year anniversary of my retirement from battle rap. I stopped battling. I focused on music, put out a couple of records, toured, and did a couple of things. And I kept getting begged to come back because now it became a written format, and I'm a freestyle battle artist. So, like, I just didn't really feel it. I was like, nah, man, I'm not going to write. I mean, writing and then never using those raps again, they're probably going to be the best things I ever wrote. I just didn't want to do it.
I hear you.
But, everybody around me kind of amped me up. I decided, all right, the hell with it, I'll do it. Then what I thought was going to happen happened. I forgot everything I wrote and freestyle killed a couple of dudes. And then I was, when I battled, who was it? I battled Real and this kid, Chauncey, in the same day and the same event. And I killed them too. And I got approached by the man who will not be named. And
gay nipples. Sorry, I had to do it.
I get in trouble with that, man, because he's a G and shit. He might come find me.
Oh no.
Yeah, I relocated and everything so nobody can find me. But anyway, he asked me to battle at the beginning of Connecticut Battle League and at the first event. And I told him I didn't know, whatever. After a couple of conversations. And the resources that I had, the connections I had when it came to venues, MCs in Connecticut, because, yes, I'm old. I've been here 20 years, and I've been, I was actually at the time, by that moment, I was already battling and rapping for 20 years in Connecticut. So he kind of wanted to tap into my resources and ask me if I would partner with him in the Connecticut Battle League. And, at the time, God Awful, like my right-hand man, he was going on tour. So it was, like, perfect because I know I wasn't probably going to be recording. We weren't going to be working on a project, so it'd be perfect for me to, get into some other avenue of hip-hop without having to really do most of the music stuff I was doing. At least keep me focused so I don't bug out that I'm not recording. So I partnered with him. The first event, I battled a kid named Collision from upstate. People say I killed him. He gets mad when people say that. So we'll just say that it was a good match. And, the event worked. I mean, it wasn't really lucrative, but it gained a little bit of exposure. It made me really, really realize what a battle league can actually do. But throughout the process of rocking with this kid, me and him, we had completely different like thought processes when it came to hip hop. Like I come from a battle rap background. I come from being deep rooted in Connecticut hip hop that some kid who never put out any projects or never really did anything can't really tell me about the scene.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hard headed like that.
Yeah.
But it's also, I don't argue unless I know for a fact, what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
basically,
I need to know.
Not to interrupt you on this, but basically to cut to the chase, it fell apart not by your own devices, but it did and shit.
Right.
So you basically you got to a point where you understood way more about what was going on day to day as far as how an MC's mind works to bringing together a dope event and everything. Right. So
the thing is, I was doing all the work. That pissed me off too because I was doing all the work and I didn't really care about the credit. But when the money gets stolen, now we got a problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I wanted to utilize the money brought in to bring in bigger acts, bigger venues, bigger everything. I don't like the coast. I like to keep moving up. I don't like the coast. And anyway, I people don't know this. I'll let this be a nice little exclusive for the pilot of the show, man.
Yeah.
I quit Connecticut Battle League 4 times.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like I quit. Like I was done. Huh. I was begged to stay.
No shit.
Because, as much as I let this dude run rampant, run his mouth on the internet and, doing that female thing that females do.
Yeah. I got you.
I stayed quiet because, I know when somebody's just wrong. And you guys can, if you're wrong, you're just going to hang yourself and keep it up, And I just let y'all do that. Here's the rope. Just go ahead, hang yourself. But yeah, I quit 4 times. Like Kendall actually tell you the same thing because me and Kendall weren't really close back then. But Kendall was trying to keep me in the game, and he knew that I quit 4 times.
Yeah,
and he helped like keep it together and shit. And somewhere around Right to Brag 4. By the way, Right to Brag, the names of the events, the logos, like I designed those. I did all of that. Plus
but when you broke it off with this league, you just let them keep the brand and they just drilled it into the ground. It doesn't exist anymore.
Right. Well, the thing is, what's funny though is everything was cool for a minute because before we did the last event that we rocked together, which is Right to Brag 5, he knew before that event that it was over. This is the last event that I was going to rock in because Ill got awful. Like my whole team, like everybody didn't want to mess with him no more. Hami, nobody. And these are all my people. I'm like, dude, I brought them on board for Connecticut Battle League. So, when the people I brought in just couldn't deal with my partner, and I'm trying to think why, and I started figuring out all the bullshit. I had to go. But again, 4 times I quit. I tried my hardest to keep it going for the MCs that were involved. Unfortunately, Trey made it a situation where he had to make people take sides. And I never told any of the MCs, like, yo, rock with me, don't rock with him. I didn't care. Like, I let him keep the logos. I let him keep everything. I even signed over the websites that I built. I gave it to him, like, bro, I want to start something else. And I came up with iBattle around Right to Brag 4. I'm not even going to tell you where I found where I figured out, like, I wanted to use that name. But it's kind of fruity. But... yeah, it is. I was watching TV with my daughter, man. It just came to me. But yeah, like so that ended, and I started iBattle November 19th, 2011. We had our launch.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I think that's about when. I just remember when things were falling apart with that league and it wasn't going the way that you had anticipated going. Getting that phone call. What an awkward phone call. Like, hey, Connecticut Battle League? What? Yeah, I'm not fucking with that anymore, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can vouch for you on that, man. You weren't like, hey, Brash, man, don't fuck, you know what I'm saying? But when Homeboy hit me up, I wasn't really about trying to do anything anymore. And he was, because people.
Here's the thing, when my partner has no history in Connecticut rap, Connecticut hip-hop, nothing. And I have history. 12 years old on stage rocking with Domination history with Connecticut hip-hop. Like, you can't take that away from me. No matter how mad you are, you can't take away my history. And my history, dude, I've earned my place in Connecticut hip-hop. You know what I mean?
Shit.
I'm not the dude saying, oh, I'm the best or I'm the king of this shit and all that. But I earned my place.
Yeah, I saw you battle Slug on the internet about 7 years before I met you. You know what I mean? You've been doing shit.
Like I was out there, in the trenches, man, working hard for the state. So, I never did nobody dirty, and I've always welcomed everybody to whatever I was doing, and I also extended my resources to everyone here. I never oh no, I'm gonna be the evil genius that runs everything. I never did that. I was always open to rock with everybody. Like big ups to my man Phil Blunt. He's also a staple in New Haven, and I swear to God, me and him were rocking together back when we were 13.
Oh no shit! You know what? I have a CD. I was listening to it for 2 weeks. Just because I, kept forgetting my iPod and shit. Not I'm a huge fan of him, but that's a good CD that he put out. He's got Rod Digga on there.
Yeah, yo, me and him, look, 13 years old on public access. Ask him about it. It was me, my boy Mumbles, and Stalkers in the Mist. We were just, dude. And that's how deep rooted though, that I am in this hip hop here.
Yeah.
And I've always been humble. Nobody knows me unless I'm on the mic, I'm always humble. On the mic, I'm cocky. But
gotcha.
Off the mic, I'm humble.
All right.
My vision for Connecticut Battle League wasn't for me to get famous. It wasn't for me to be all up in the camera. It wasn't for none of that. When he wanted to partner up, my vision was to like cultivate Connecticut talent and bring them to the level they need to be.
Which you've done. And by the way, I think that this would be a good time to ask, like, who are the standouts to you? I mean, Brash, that's a given. That guy's ill as fuck. But I mean, seriously, as far as people who are getting in the ring, like, who's really a standout? Like, while I had you on mute there for that brief second, I said it, man. I think City Towers is a huge standout. You know? City
Towers is a brand by himself.
Yeah.
You know, like, for real, like, everything from his attitude to his personality to his catchphrases, like, this dude is super marketable, and he's a brand, like I said, he's a brand by himself. And not only is he a brand and marketable, the kid's got skills. You know, and that's something that usually lacks when you have, like, the marketing package. Usually the fucking skills are not there.
Homie has a song that he has on SoundCloud. I don't know the name of it. I haven't been staying up on his music too much lately. But even though everything I've heard from him is pretty much heat, he's got a song about how he didn't pay his T-Mobile phone bill, so he sampled the T-Mobile ringtone and made, like, you know, a decent beat out of it, and it's all about his, like, credit score and, like,
the dude nice, man. Like, not too many. All right.
Not too many artists do shit like that, to be honest with you.
Well,
so.
It ain't just the art. Like, all right, I'm a hood dude, man. Like I was born and raised in Fairhaven, in New Haven, you know, and back in the 90s, Fairhaven was like the worst spot to be in, you know. And that's back during the whole Bridgeport, you know, New Haven beef. And most hood cats can't, like, I mean, I'm not saying that they're not smart enough. They just don't want to, like, do any records outside of the street shit.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean? It's always like, let me show them how tough I am on a track. And I mean, dude, I was doing it, so I can't even say that it's like it's them. No, I did it too. Like, I was always bragging and just fucking talking stupid shit on records. Gotcha. Until I realized that battle rap wasn't supposed to be recorded like that on songs. But I mean, when you got a kid, like, he's from Bridgeport, man. He's from a shitty part of Bridgeport. I mean, he grew up. He got a tough background, man. Like, even as free po for real. Like, his brother's locked up. Like, the dude got issues, like real life issues, man. And for him to come up with concepts that are outside of just peddling crack on the corner, like, that's fucking impressive to me.
Yeah,
like,
I gotcha. Impressive. So besides City Towers, who else stands out? And Brash too. I know Brash is a standout cat, but like, who are the standout people? And you're probably gonna piss people off because you didn't mention me on the podcast, but you know.
Like, I'm very critical.
Yeah.
You know? So all the MCs in iBattle know. So, you know, they just know I'm mad critical. Like, if they want opinions, they don't call me. Like, kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
But no.
Well, you're honest.
Stand out as artist or battle rapper?
I mean, I guess we could say both.
Okay. Well, as a battle rapper, I haven't heard any music yet, so I can't really judge it yet. But as a battle rapper, new up-and-comer, E4L is a monster.
Yeah, I've seen his name. I don't really know shit about him.
Yeah,
and he got mad. I think he's one of the ones who got mad because I did that prediction blog post on cthiphop.net, and I was like, I don't know who that is.
Yo, dude, check him out. He just battled Young Chris at Sully's, man. Like,
oh yeah,
E4L's pen game is crazy.
He took the dub.
Yeah, I think he won. It was a one-rounder though. They only had 5 days of prep. You know, so like, it was pretty straight. They each had other opponents. You know what I mean?
No, I gotcha.
So
okay.
They canceled, so they just said, hey, we'll just do it. You know, we'll battle each other.
All right.
But E4L, his pen game is nice. I mean, he had a slip up in one of his earlier battles, but I mean, this dude literally, I think, has 4 battles, and he's probably one of the most talked about MCs in iBattle.
Well, you can't really judge anybody. You shouldn't judge anybody by like an early loss in their battle rap shit.
No,
you know
no,
what I mean,
you don't. But when
people improve, you know.
Right. But see, in the battle rap thing, like, improvement's good, but consistency's better.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, improvement. I mean, dude, there's players they get for the Yankees, bro, that like, or in any team for that matter, that end up being in like developmental situations. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I hear you.
And they'll sit there their whole career in development. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying you judge them, but you give them 3 battles. You give them 3 battles, and if all 3 battles they slip up the first 3 battles, then you know where that's headed. that's headed to Young Icy retirement. As far
for those who don't know, Young Icy, this is for the audience. The Young Icy is a battle rapper who is just an embarrassing human being generally. I mean, this guy...
that's pretty harsh, bro.
I'm sorry, though. That it is. How many battles did he do?
3.
3? Okay. One of the battles, he was battling Hood, penalty box representative, and during the battle, what's the YouTube video called? I'll link them.
Battle rapper fail. Battle rapper versus his beer or something. Yeah, like that?
Battle rapper versus his beer. And it's so embarrassing because this cat has an open beer, and he does some weird arm movement talking about how fat Hood is. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty obvious, not very thought out thing to be dissing somebody for anyway. It's one of those simple kind of like, you're fat. That's basically all he did, is just point out things like, your shoe is red. You know what I mean? Like, just very simple-minded shit. And basically he did a funny arm movement and splashed beer all over his face. I'm gonna have to link it in now, but yeah, I just remember I saw another battle of his and I was just embarrassed. Like, when
bro, he choked bad. The thing is, battle rap's not for everybody.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of artists that are good at making music or even not good at making music, they think that battle rap is easy. It's not.
I made that mistake. I totally made that mistake. I'm not even going to say the battle, but it's out there.
For somebody like me, man, like I freestyled pretty much my first 8 years rapping. I think I wrote like one verse. And, battling came easy for me because first off, I'm kind of a funny guy. I joke a lot. I clown on people. And for me to battle freestyle, freestyle was easy to me too. So like just combining the two came natural. So the battle rap tournaments I won, I won King Connecticut twice, the Rough Rider thing. It's funny to me because all these people are struggling, and it was easy for me.
Let's talk more about that. So you won a couple of contests. You won King of Connecticut twice.
Yep.
That was 93.7 doing that, right?
Yeah, it was Kendra G, and I think Steezo was the host.
No shit. What year?
And, it was at Kangaroos, bro.
Where was Kangaroos?
Kangaroos was a spot in Milford, bro. And dude, every time we had these battle tournaments, there was like a shooting.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I was pretty young when this was going down. I was probably like 19, I think.
Well, this was
18, maybe even 17.
I think this was like 03, 04.
Yeah, that's the era, man.
It's funny too because Streets Confinement started around that same time, and like somebody's like, "Yo, man, you gotta see what they did." I'm like, "What?" And I opened up the magazine. I was lyricist of the year.
No
I was
shit.
Like, man, I didn't even drop a record. Like I got lyricist of the year just off of a freestyle battle.
Street Confinement did a piece on me once, man, when I was opening up for Method Man. They did a really nice spread of me and everything. I have no idea what happened to it. They misquoted me like bad though.
Well, what's messed up about like the Streets Confinement? Those are my people, man. Like Buddy, Peoples. Those are my people back in the day.
No
and
shit.
What's messed up is Peoples got mad footage of my battles, man, and I hope he still got it because. I mean, my Rough Rider battle, I battled Just Moolah, a whole bunch of heads in the Rough Rider joint. And
Just Moolah! Yeah. I haven't heard that name in years. Whatever happened to that cat?
Well, he still makes music, man. That's NASDAQ Ness's boy. Like, they make music together and shit.
No shit. I didn't know they know each other. NASDAQ Ness and Just Moolah are friends?
Yeah, they've been people forever, man.
Yo, in 2006, I went out and visited my dad in Seattle because he was living out there, and there was a kid had a shit ton of mixtapes, and Just Moolah was on one of them, and I was just like, this is fucking really bizarre that this cat, all the way out here, has a mixtape pop. It wasn't that great of a tape as I recall. But
Just Moolah his business was good. Like he had his business on lock.
Yeah. Well, his shit's not popping anymore, though. This is the first time I've talked about him since, I think, 2006. But, no, I did some shows with that cat. I invited him out and stuff back when I was keeping the Webster on lockdown back in the day. Back when I sucked and I was just trying to figure out how to sound. You know what I mean?
You ever hear of a rapper named Cheapskate?
Nah, probably, though.
He used to do Webster a lot.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to him. He was nice. But, look. The whole battle tournaments with me, man. Like I never even knew they were going down until last minute.
Gotcha.
But like I wasn't on top of things. Like I didn't listen to the radio. So somebody's like, "Yo, man, there's a battle tournament going on tonight over here." I'm like, "All right, we're going." I went to Waterbury, won the Freestyle Friday a couple times. The High 937 K-Dub thing. I got jerked at the Underground Jam. I will say it. I got jerked at the Underground Jam.
What happened there?
Well, you had to do this like whole bunch of battles before the event, before the Underground Jam, like a couple different weeks and shit. And I won a few weeks, and I got to go to Underground Jam. I beat Slim Goody in my first round. And
Slim Goody.
Smooth Jones beat his opponent in that first round. Now, the final round was me and Smooth Jones. Now, mind you, this is a freestyle battle event. So back then, it was not cool to write. If you wrote your bars, you're dead. That's over. You're disqualified. You're not allowed to do that. That was like the biggest no-no in battle rap back then.
It's so weird how that changed, though, because now people know how to hone that shit.
Right. It's weird. It's so weird.
Yeah, really weird, man.
That's why it's so hard for me to do it, because I can't transition from what I know to some other thing. I'm too old for that shit.
Not to put him on blast or anything, but Joey Bats is in the same category. Joey Bats is a crazy nasty freestyler, and he was gonna do a battle with you before Hurricane Irene. Remember that in 2011? Yep. And if that hurricane came and kind of blew away the event, but. I was talking to him not too long ago, and he's just like, dude, I'm too freestyle for this. It's just not where I want to go. You know what I mean? And that cat makes sick music. I kind of wish I went to the open mic at Sully's last night now, just to meet up with that cat. But he's getting tattooed as we speak, by the way.
Yeah, he's hosting the next event. We got awful.
Yeah.
Lady Law is going to co-host with them, too. And I'm going to have some ring girls in the building. Booty shaking. But, I don't know why, but booties are always good, I guess. Booty. All right, sorry, lost track for a second. Well, the freestyle thing, man. Like, thing is, I could, the punchline metaphors were sounding like I wrote them when I didn't, and that's what made me kind of like famous back then. But at least around here.
Well, I've had some situations where I've been freestyling, and like freestyles for me, they either come out really dope or they come out like a piece of shit. I never get like mediocre, you know what I mean? So I've had like situations where cats have been like, oh, that wasn't written, and then I'm not bullshitting you. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I know that familiar feeling where you're putting some shit into it and some cat. That's what kept me away from that battle rap shit, was the like, that's written. And I was just like, well, I mean, the most precise MCs have gotten on by keeping a balance of the frees and the writtens. You know what I mean? That's really how I feel about that. Is the best. Like, I just had a battle at Bellaterra with this kid Illiterate. And Illiterate, during the battle, there was we were doing it in front of a spray painted mural. And there was a Mickey Mouse on it that was like a zombified Mickey Mouse that was spitting blood and bleeding out of his eyes and shit. This cat points to that, and he used some crazy scheme about like pull your heart out of your chest and have you spitting blood like this mouse. But the way he rhymed it together was just really dope. And by the way, I think he edged me in that battle. I think I might have taken a loss, but it's not a whack battle. You know what I mean? A lot of these cats. Their penises turn inside out when they think they lost a battle. It's really not that big of a deal. As long as you didn't do whack, it's okay. If you fucking ate your own nuts up there, that's a problem. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna explain that me getting jerked thing real quick, and then we're gonna go into what I feel should be the rules of battle rap.
All right. Yeah.
But
explain. How'd you get jerked?
All right. It was me versus Smooth Jones in the final. You know, and again, they said it on the microphone.
Yeah.
If it's not a freestyle, you're disqualified. So this dude Smooth Jones had bars pre-written for me first, because he knew he was going to face me in the final. If he made it, he was going to face me. I was kind of nice at that time. I couldn't lose. At least I felt that way, and I didn't. So whatever. There's 2 years I didn't lose any battles at all, none. But anyway, so Smooth Jones pulls out a snack cake, has a whole scheme for the snack cake, and then throws it at me. Like, it's kind of hilarious, because I'm like, yo, dude, that was kind of awesome, but you totally wrote that. You totally wrote that. Then he started doing the whole, like, white boy shit, which I'm not really a fan of, because
race war.
Yeah, it's kind of retarded. Then throws a fist up and yells Black Power and all this stuff. And mind you, we're at the Underground Jam, bro. I'm probably the only white guy in there, except for like 3 dudes in the back that thought they came to see an Atmosphere show. And seriously, it's fucking whatever. But the crowd was booing him because he did that. Now, mind you, we're at Toads. We're in New Haven, man. This is my town. Yo, they're not gonna. The white jokes aren't gonna fly because they know me from around here. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You can, anybody that's white from like Hartford, if he's in New Haven, they can get away with saying, oh yeah, you're nowhere near the hood. But not even if he is, because he's white. But you can't do that in the white kid's own hood, But anyway, he did that, and the judges, they put their hand over him, they booed him, they put a hand over me, they cheered, and then all 5 of those Hartford Hot 93.7 judges gave it to Smooth. No
shit.
Yep.
I wonder what that was.
It's cool. Smooth and my boy, he's actually nice. Like I haven't talked to him in a minute, but we're cool. Like it ain't like we're beefing or no shit for that. But that's the day I got jerked, and that's the day I was like, man, I'm not gonna battle no more.
Yeah, I gotcha. And then 4 years later, you started fucking around with the CBL, which turned into your efforts, which is now iBattle. So,
right.
So it turned into a positive thing, long run. Look how many MCs' lives you've impacted for the better,
Oh, man. I don't see. I work so hard, I don't even pay attention, man. I just try my best to do right by everybody. But see, there's a lot of dudes that just want to be that top guy. But it's like, yo, I'm not. I can bring you to the lake, man, or the water, man. You got to drink it. You know what I mean?
I hear you, yeah. Well, a lot of people it depends on what your goals are, too. A lot of people want to be top tier. But none of those top tier guys really make like a living for themselves. And then your living is making, insults. Like, I don't know. I don't want to live like that. I want to, I always thought that battles were supposed to be a launching pad for if you're trying to make music and go on tour and show people you got skills. You can show people you got skills without winning everything all the time. And winning everything all the time isn't reality too. A lot of these cats are living in fantasy worlds. They think
you'll be surprised how many battle rappers don't make music.
Oh, I know. I'm amazed at that all the time. But what were you going to talk about next, though?
Oh no, the whole
rules of battle rap. So what are those? You were talking about them. What are the rules? Basically, don't act like a bitch.
Well, there are they're unwritten rules, but I don't feel that they're being followed properly. It's kind of like the music industry, man. It's like if something pops, everybody tries to jump on that style.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really get them far. Yeah. Battle rappers, man. I say this without sounding fucking harsh.
Dude, speak the truth, man. They need to hear it. Anybody who disagrees with what you say isn't with you anyway. So just...
For example, I just had to go back and forth with this dude on YouTube in the comments because he was pissing and moaning about Dirt and Bender being main event and how there's bigger names on the card besides them. And I try to explain to him, I'm like, look, man, the reason why Dirt and Bender is the top main event is because the fans have been asking for that for 3 years and it could never go down. Something went wrong. They tried to set it up a bunch of times and something happened. Dirt couldn't get to Canada, or something happened where Bender couldn't go to California. There was always a drawback to getting them to battle.
Yeah, shit happens.
So, unlike most battle leagues, I don't try to put together something I can sell and make quick money. I put together I try to put together battles. Me and Ness, we go back and forth on the phone, man. People don't know. I just handed over the booking to NASDAQ Ness. And the reason why I did that is so it hasn't hit me every day or try to muscle me for ridiculous amounts of money. I'm like, you know what, Ness, you my boy, man. You do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? But we go back and forth at least an hour per battle for the main events, figuring out what would be the best match. We don't care about what would be the highest seller. We don't get paid like the big leagues for the views. We don't. So the number of views don't matter. The draw matters a little bit. All right, say Dirt, people are more likely to come to an event because Dirt's on the card in Connecticut.
Gotcha. Yep.
Maybe that's not the case in Chicago. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
So it's all about the draw and demand here, on top of skills and who they're gonna face and how that battle. Bender and Dirt on top of their game, it will be a classic 400,000, 500,000 view battle. It would be. if they're on the top of their game. Dirt's been battling a lot, but Dirt's nasty at what he does. Bender has actually taken time off to focus on battling Dirt. So this is going to be just a match that's going to be crazy. But then you got cats that are on like the lower end of the card. Not this card, because this card, all of them have potential to be crazy matches.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like there'll be cards where there's sleeper battles that me and Nessa go back and forth with. Like, all right, man, like these kids are got a lot of potential. They can really do something. Let's put them together and see what happens. We'll put them somewhere on the lower end of the card. And if they come like they're, like they normally do, very hungry, it's going to be something crazy, like the Dago versus Lev, or even the Lev Corso versus Judaville from the last event. I'm about to drop that battle. These dudes are hungry. They really want this. So like, they're just struggling to get their brand and their demand up, because once they do that, they know that they'll be main eventing. They'll know they'll be doing bigger things.
Yeah.
Kendall did that. Last year, Kendall wasn't really motivated to battle rap, and it's I don't know. He was just not really motivated. He wanted to do it, but he's not motivated. The minute he started getting motivated, all of a sudden, like, fans started liking him. He started getting talked about by the people that mattered, And we set up that M City battle, and he did his thing.
People who are sleeping on K. Kendall are really missing out. Where can they listen to some of his music right now? I just want to plug like a SoundCloud or a YouTube channel or something.
He's got a Bandcamp, but I forgot the name of it, man.
I'm just gonna Google it real quick and find it. Hold on a second.
He's on that Piff. He got a mixtape from a couple years ago out called "Thing Outside the Block."
All right. Well, we got the K. You know what? At the end of this podcast, I'll play the K. Kendall 2012 introduction. I know it's old now, but let's see what else we got for him. He's on Verse Tracker, so people are fucking paying attention to what he's fucking doing.
Yep.
He's on Django. Apparently he did that, and he's on all right. His Reverb Nation, reverbnation.com/K Kendall. So Kendle. We'll play one of his songs at the end of the broadcast. Well, it's a podcast, but yeah, this is, by the way, Logic, this is the only one that's going to be pre-recorded. This is just so I can get the channel up on iTunes. You know what I mean? It's gonna I'm gonna be broadcasting it.
Word.
And you can't hear it right now, but the beat that I made for Deuce Bugs is playing in the background. That Kick Rocks joint.
Oh, word.
Love this shit.
I got new music too, yo.
Yeah? What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm just gonna rap.
No, let's talk about your creative process, man. Like, how do you write songs? Do you have to sit down with a pen and a pad? Like, do things come to you slowly, or how do you put a song together? What do you do usually?
Well, I go through beats. I mean, it depends, man. If I got a song, like, I'm doing the Pass the Peas joint with you.
Yeah.
If I got a song that I got to do a verse to, like, I'll sit down and just freestyle for a couple minutes.
Okay.
Try to get what I want to do and where I want to start, what kind of, jot down in my brain, like, a couple of little key things I want to say, and then I'll roll with it later.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I'll listen to a beat for like an hour and then shut it off and then come back to it the next day, just so I can have like the thoughts I had at the beginning and then like fresh thoughts, and then I'll write. As far as like my record, man, I'll just go through beats, man. I'll just go through beats so I hear something. Like sometimes it takes like 10 minutes. Sometimes it takes about 2 hours to go through all these beats and just find something that I just feel like. I was gonna drop my album, man, but I'm probably gonna do a quick little mixtape to reintroduce cats to who I am. Like,
gotcha. It's not a bad move.
It's just something to put out for free. Let everybody remember like what I used to do, because this iBattle shit has been really keeping me busy, man. And I really haven't had a chance to do anything. I dropped that, I Miss You joint for my grandma.
Yeah, that's some real shit, man.
And it wasn't even me rapping, it's just me talking to my grandmother,
Yeah, I got you.
But I was talking to her obviously in rhyme over a beat, so technically I'm rapping. But
right.
You know what I'm talking about. It wasn't like me like showing rhyme patterns and structure. It wasn't that.
I gotcha.
But and I'm still doing the EP with God Got Awful. That should be out soon too. Like we just did a Strip Club Pretty.
You guys have been talking about putting that out since 2011. I really want to hear it. Like I'm sorry, what was the bar that we were all performing at together? I did a short set that didn't really go well because the CDR was skipping and shit. Where was that?
Anna Liffey's, that joint?
Yeah, Anna Liffey's in New Haven. We were all rocking out. It was a penalty box show. Ill was there. Got Awful tore the roof off of the place with his set, and he actually did a couple of songs from this Dirk and Ruckus project.
Yeah.
With Logic, and it wasn't a very big crowd. There was probably only about 30, maybe 40 people there total, but it went over really well. So when that eventually does come out, that's going to do well just based on it's a good product. So I'm really hoping to hear more about that soon. You know,
were you there for my set?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I don't know how I was. I'm such a whack artist.
Why? What happened then?
No, man, I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do these songs. I don't know, man. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think you know what you're doing. That's the thing about when you perform. And you've got this real confidence about you too. That's pretty obvious, because there was one point where you said, you know how there's so many whack artists out there. They get like a commercial sounding beat and then they do a whack song. And everyone's like, yeah. And you're like, well, I got a whack beat and I made a song that's not so whack, but it's over a commercial joint. So I'm gonna blow all that shit out of the water. I don't know what joint that was, but it was this joint where you said specifically, yeah, you know how they do whack shit over commercial beats? Well, I do dope shit over commercial beats. And then you did it. It just blew everybody away because it was just unexpected. You know what I mean? So it was like, we thought you were going to diss it again, but then you were just like, well, this is how it should be done.
I actually did a real song. You know?
Yeah.
You know, what's so funny is, like, I never really was the one to do interviews back in the day, you know?
Yeah.
And if people knew what I was listening to, like, and what my real influence was, like they would get it. Like I'm a big Biggie fan, and I'm not just like the underground hard Biggie. Yo, I like Mo Money, Mo Problems. I want to do songs.
Who
like
doesn't? That's hip hop.
You know, like I love that shit.
That's one of those landmark records from the '90s, man. If you don't like it, I mean, what are you doing? You know.
You know, this cats are like, oh, that was you know, his commercial radio joint. I'm like, I like them joints.
Yeah, because other people liked it, so you can't.
Dude, Biggie had this situation where he could spit the rawest shit on something commercial and it's sold.
Yeah,
you know, people listen to it. I'm trying to make timeless records, man. I want to make records where 20 years from now you can play it and it doesn't sound too far off of what's out right now. You know, at that time, like that's what you can do with a Biggie record. People don't remember he died like 20 years ago almost. You know, well, no, 15 years ago. Like, and
still a long ass time.
You can still play his shit like it's new.
Yeah.
There's not too many that can do that. Like old Jay-Z records are hard to do that, except for like things like Hard Knock Life. You know, like some songs just last forever. And I don't know, man. I want to do that shit.
Was 1997 really 15 years ago?
16 years ago.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are old, bro. We are freaking old.
Yeah.
I remember that happening like it was just yesterday, man.
Dude.
It upsets me.
Yeah, it was crazy to fathom that when the towers fell, it's already been 4 years.
Yeah,
you know? Like it was nuts.
Yeah, you know what's weird is I was just looking at a picture of Biggie with the Twin Towers behind him as you said that on the internet. That was really bizarre. But yeah, it's been a long time, and we're coming up on another anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, which is it's always weird that day now.
It's my birthday, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Happy birthday to you. 9/11 birthday having motherfucker you. But that must have been a bizarre day to have a birthday. Dude,
they should have made the campaign Remember the Towers or something, man. This Remember 9/11 shit just fucked me all up.
Yeah.
I get that, like, my birthday's roasted for forever.
Yeah, well, only until the rest of your life happens. and then after that, and somebody else will be born on 9/11.
Yeah, right.
You know? It's just never ending into the future with that shit, man. But, yeah, you know, I like to think that sitting down and writing a song, you're making some sort of weird connection in your head and you're coming up with something, you know? and the way you're doing it is you're thinking differently. Like, do you feel like you're ever thinking differently when you're writing, or is it kind of like you're in a mode that you're so used to that you're just, you know exactly what you're doing? Because I always try to put myself in a weird place. I don't know if every artist is like that or what.
You're like sitting on the roof with your underwear on your head and shit.
No, not going that far, but
Nah, I don't know, man. I really don't have like a routine or a thought process other than I got some time, let's play some beats. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I gotcha.
However, when I come up with the songs, like, I do kind of not think about things around me because I really don't want to have like a million songs talking about being married and pissed off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or having kids and never being able to sleep. You know, I don't want to rap about that. I want to rap about, other things. And so I kind of take myself out of my situation currently.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. Like, I try to escape from what my reality is through my music sometimes too, you know. To be like I'm a married guy, I work tech support in my songs. I mean, it works its way in there a little bit, you know, like I'm a honky dork working tech support, you know, like I got a couple of lines about that kind of shit, but
no, I keep it real though, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Keep it real, but you know, keep it honest, you know. Like saying keep it real is a little, you know.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like this new album that I'm actually working on, man, is probably the most honest record I ever made. Like, it has like some vulnerability on it. A lot more relatable content because I'm just kind of like going through my entire like psych evaluation. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Going through everything I've been through, you know, and giving people more than I've ever given them, as far as like into like the mind of Logic, pretty much.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's not really on the artistic, creative level as more of the insider level. I mean, I got some concepts on it, like I told you about the whole the whole song where you're just literally feeling bad as hell for me and just feeling like shit things I'm saying. Then you find out that literally I've been dead for 5 years when I wrote this song. Oh
yeah, I remember you telling me about that concept, man. That's pretty smart. Pretty smart idea you've implemented. I haven't actually heard the song though.
Nah, it's in its infantile stage.
Right,
but I'm sure after the podcast comes out, somebody else will steal it.
Yeah, you just put out the idea for somebody to be like, "Hey, that's a good idea. I'll write that."
Awesome. I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's not a bad move. You might have just made somebody's career. How about that shit?
Awesome. That's what I do. The thing is, I'm ahead of my time, but I'm only ahead by like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, man, you're in a really interesting position. I mean, you're fucking making people's rap careers happen. That's huge.
You know, it's so funny you say that. Like, I don't even see that, man. I just, I try to do what I can, man. Like, it's so hard from this side of the desk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm not really seeing the benefits yet. Like, not even like money or none of that. Like, I don't get to really see it. Like, because when an event is over and the videos start coming out, we're working on the next event. So like, I'm not really paying attention to the impact it's having on the fans, on the MCs, or what it's actually doing or accomplishing. So like, a lot of heads hit me up like, "Yo, Logic, man, I just want to tell you, man, yo, thank you." You know, and it's hard for me to take that thank you or take the compliment, man, because I don't really get to like reap that feeling. You know?
When giants walk around, they don't necessarily take note of the houses they're stepping on. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. You know? So, it's one of those things, man. I mean, I can totally see being on your side of the fence and trying to, put all this together. I got the utmost respect for you doing it, though, because I remember back when the CBL was happening, it was just, this is okay, but we could be doing this so much bigger than just Connecticut. And I just remember being like, yeah, true that, whatever. And then you just... after you made the conscious decision to leave that organization to start your own brand. Well, I mean, I know the CBO was your brand too, but to branch off of that and just do your own thing, and then telling me, hey, I'm doing this. It's called iBattle, and I'm like, that sounds like a good fucking name, man. I mean, I in front of everything is a fucking product nowadays, but nobody came up with iBattle. I know that iBattle.com is cancer research, and big props to them. I mean, you can't knock that shit.
No.
But as far as like a commercial viable entity, that's a genius name, especially for what it does. Because You know,
it's an internet battle, man. You know.
Yeah. So, you know, I'd take a lot of pride if I were you in what you've done, because eventually, I don't know who it is yet, but that's why I was kind of picking your brain on who those bigger names are, or who do you think are the standout people, is because somebody's going to pop eventually, and somebody's going to use iBattle as their launching pad. It's just inevitable. If you're bringing this many talented artists together to test their skills against one another, people are taking notice, you know? So eventually, somebody's going to be able to sustain a very long-lasting career, one of those future Jay-Z's, you know what I mean? I think they're going to, you know, come out of the woodwork involved, you know, from the work that you're doing. And that's a great thing, man. That's having an impact on hip hop. That's huge.
Dude, like, wow.
Yeah. Sorry, was that too deep?
A little bit. I'm like, thanks, bro. I definitely see it, but I'm a firm believer that there's a fan for everyone.
Yeah,
there's a lane for everyone. Like, the thing that's missing in hip hop, everybody keeps, you know, people my age keep talking shit about, the golden era is over. Man, fuck that. The golden era never left, because you know, you got the Drakes and, dude, we had MC Hammer, bro. So until you can answer for MC Hammer, you got to shut the fuck up about the new era.
Yeah, people forget whack shit happened in the 90s too. Like, the 90s wasn't like amazing for everything.
We had CNC Music Factory, bro.
Yeah.
We had Dude the Diddy Diddy, Paperboy, man. We had some really whack shit going on in the 90s.
Yeah.
But I will say the only thing I miss about the 90s is that when you had a hip hop station, they played a broad spectrum of hip hop, not what they were told to play. Right. That's the only difference between then and now, because it's called payola. I don't care how they look at it. They call it a promotional campaign now. Not payola, but it is payola. You're paying to get played.
Of course, yeah.
But
the only way to get a record off is if you got $1 million contract behind you now.
Right. Like, bro, I went on Kiss 95.7 website, and, you know, they have the playlist of what they played in the last few hours. I swear, no bullshit. At quarter after the hour, every hour, Robin Thicke joint, Blurred Lines was played. Every hour on the hour at quarter past. You know, and I get it. You know, they're trying to sell a record. But what happened to the broad, like, why are you telling people what to buy instead of letting them make a choice?
Right.
Because when they made a choice, they actually bought shit.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know? But anyway, yeah, leave it at that. That's what I think battle rap can do, and that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to cater to one style, cater to one genre. We want to kind of do it all, and I really feel that we have a nice handful of heads that are super skillful, and we have at least another handful full of branding, like MCs that are easily brandable.
For an MC that's hungry and wants to get in a battle rap for the first time, what would you say to that person? Like, what would you tell them to in order to get comfortable in the ring, in order to actually build up their skills? Like, what kind of advice would you give them besides take the shit seriously as an art? Obviously, like what would you tell them to try to build skills so that they'd be worthy to step into an iBattle event?
Research.
Yeah.
Watch a lot of battles. Like, watch battles. Be a fan first. Most of the MCs that are the best right now were fans first. You know, like, be a fan. Watch the battles. Come out to an event. See how it goes down. Get yourself comfortable with the scene. Then when you write, don't write like you're making music. Like, write like you're trying to tell us, like you're giving a speech. You know what I mean? But practice in the mirror. Even like the little things on, like the little expressions on your face matter. Because if you say something crazy and you have an awkward gesture, they're not going to believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like little stupid things like that. Like, oh man, like Brandon Ramos.
Sorry.
He's doing promotion for us now, and he's up and coming battle rapper. But he was a fan first. He comes to every event. Him and his boy, and he's actually pretty nice. He got some bars, man. So like, he's just easing his way in there, but. He was a super fan, man.
Yeah.
Super fan, and he said, what did he say? He said, oh man, he's like, your mom's got. He had this whole SpongeBob scheme, and he said something about like, your mom's got Mr. Krabs in her bikini bottom. Dude,
holy shit, that's funny.
It's a crazy part of me. I'm like, that's hilarious. But this is a fan. He said that in his first battle ever. So
no shit, man. That's a good line for your first battle.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He has potential to be dope, man. And he never even rapped before.
No shit.
He never rapped. Like, he wasn't a rapper, didn't make music. He was a fan, bro. And he just came in, and his trial was pretty nice, man. He's pretty good.
Word.
Mad potential. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm just glad that we could do this, man. We got about 6 minutes left, so.
Bum stiggity. No.
So let's plug the event again. What's the date? Where is it at? Where do you get tickets?
It is September 14th at the GOAT. That's, the greatest of all time, at the GOAT, 212 Crown Street, New Haven, right in the middle of the club district. So even after the battles, if you don't want to stick around, even though we'll have our own little after party there, there's massive amounts of clubs and bars to go to, mad girls and stuff is going on. Unless you prefer dudes, and I'm sure they're there too. I don't know. I don't pay attention.
What a weird thing to say.
Yeah, right?
All right. Let me just run down the card real quick.
Discriminate.
So the Takeover 2 Dominance, it's a full card. We have Bender versus Dirt, Lotta Zay versus Bricks Velvedere, K. Kendall versus Cortez, Daylight versus City Towers. That's definitely going to be one of the battles of the night to me, besides Dirt and Bender, obviously. Blackheart Adonis versus Luciano Crack, Active versus P-Road, Nasdaq Ness versus Amazing D-Boy. Is he really amazing, though? Rio versus Scream, Real Talk versus True Words, which is going to be another classic. Stainless versus Penis, Q to General versus Amzilla, Dallas Cash versus Suspense, Dorico versus P Stacks, Mr. Wilson versus Greedy Grimes, E. Farrell versus My Block Beezy, and Kid Rock Dollars versus Young Steady. Who is Mr. Wilson, bro?
He's actually the co-owner of VoiceBox.
Okay.
He battles Stainless. He got a couple battles up.
Is he dope? He's got a cool name.
Yeah, Mr. Wilson. Yeah, he got some skills, man.
Good morning, Mr. Breakfast.
I can't tell you who's gonna win because I'm not allowed to do predictions. That's against my contract.
With who?
Myself.
Oh. It's on my honor to not say who I think is gonna win, which is a very honest way to approach this.
Yeah,
but that's what battle rap needs, man, is more honesty. Like, if you notice, like, the best battle rappers are the ones who are honest, and they pull out the best dirt on the other person that they found for being dishonest. That's when shit really hits the fan, man. That's why I'm like, it really drives me nuts when I see a battle rapper lose and he acts like they won. Like, some people lie to themselves, you know?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. There's a lot of rappers that, like, lose horribly, and they're like, nah, man, that's 2-1, man, I got that. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. How are you going to get better at your... Like, the whole reason that I do this shit is so I can be a better rapper, so I can know my craft better. Like, a lot of these people go into it thinking that they're the best, and they are going to be the best, and that's all they are. And anybody who says that they lost or it didn't go their way, they're being dishonest with themselves, man. They're not being honest. How do you expect to get better if you can't even be honest with yourself?
It's not just that, bro. It's their friends. Like, their friends gas them up. Like, you can't be delusional in this game. You just can't, because you're going to sit at the bottom and stay at the bottom and never move. Because
I hear you, man.
You're retarded. Like,
yeah, how are you going to get better if you can't be honest with yourself and say, I didn't do as well as I could have? Like, for lack of a better example, my battle with Illiterate, now, he got me, and I admit that he got me, and I'm cool with it, because I didn't do bad. But the thing that happens even when I win is I'm looking at myself like, I could have done this better here. This could have happened here better. If you're not doing that, you're not going to be progressive. You're not, especially if you just be honest with yourself. Otherwise, it's disgusting. Why are you lying to yourself, bro?
It's kind of, sometimes I find it hilarious because I'm like, wow, this guy really is out of tune with the, you know what I mean?
That must happen a lot, though.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Any other shows or anything you want to plug, or just the Takeover 2 event?
I didn't set up my birthday party yet, so I can't even tell you where that's going to be.
Oh, really?
But I do know that
September 6th, you and me are rocking for my 30th birthday party up in Sully's.
Yep.
Don't forget.
I might do some new shit.
Yeah, man. I meant to talk to you about that. Bring 20 minutes if you can, if that's cool.
Oh yeah, bro.
I really just want to hang with you. Do you still drink, right? I quit, so I don't.
I'll probably drink on my birthday, but I don't really drink like that no more.
You don't even just have one? Because I'm telling you, well, Sully's, they got like really awesome Hawaiian punch, so it got you.
I gotta drive, man. I gotta drive all the way home after that.
Yeah,
man.
so Hawaiian punch, you can handle it. No,
Bro.
for real though, like real Hawaiian punch, not like fucking Kool-Aid.
I'll take a Shirley Temple, and we'll chill with that.
All right, whatever, man. Well, that's cool. So
I just think a guy my size asking for a Shirley Temple's awesome.
I got you. So, yeah, if you want to check out iBattle, go to iBattleWorldwide.com. The other places you can check out iBattle and Logic in the whole movement. Check out cthiphop.net. That's another place that you can check out. That's my website. I cover Connecticut music on there, but because iBattle's growing so much and that's one of our affiliates, me and Doc Jones and Jack Nichols, we cover a lot of iBattle stuff. We got some interesting things happening. So
subscribe, youtube.com/iBattle TV.
Absolutely.
For Logic Music, go to LOG Music, Log Music, because I put log to yo bitch, logmusic.bandcamp.com.
Word up. And thank you for tuning in. This is the pilot episode. You're probably hearing this potentially maybe after another episode because that's the way iTunes works. So this is the pilot. This is kind of going to be like the bonus episode for what's actually going to be broadcasted live. This was pre-recorded on August 21st, 2013. Logic, thanks for letting me Skype you, and everybody out there in podcast land and beyond, thanks for listening. And check out theartofhiphop.net. As of the time of this recording, it's a little bit under construction, but that's where you're going to be able to hear this. Cop some merch, cop some music, and hear interviews with some of the best underground artists and battle rappers that this country has to offer. Logic, thanks again, and have a nice night, guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Kendall, 3 Stripes, what up, Boston? CT, New England. It's 2012, man. I'm about to get on my shit, and all I'm gonna fucking do is rap. So, I am back up in this bitch. Been a while since I made songs, but I stay strong, symbol in the shades on. Even though I only hold the nightlife connections, you already been warned about bright light projections. Out here, there's all sorts of mover buying drugs, but I never been to court, so who am I to judge? And I know if I'm there, they won't filter shit. Never. Right hand in the air, yo, that's some Hitler shit. Inner city campfire, always keep the corners hot. I can't afford to stop people I wasn't born to rock. No, don't get it twisted, I need more than a gorgeous drop. Just to be more specific, I need that mortgage drop. I need performance slots, even though I've ignored the plot of having R&B singers to make the chorus pop. Tour a lot, score a spot, host with invitations. Call me Mr. Flora Shop, I rose for the occasion. Fed by the passion, your head must be fastened. There is no celebration when celebs have to ration. I hear a lot saying, I'm just really not into Drake. And then they imitate, tell me what does this indicate? Oh, well, I guess that's just a different hate. I came to do it for real while y'all simulate. All these shots from these rappers who think they organize. If I'm your focus, y'all really need to prioritize. Cause I'll deploy the tides of soldiers to destroy these guys. Although I'd much rather have you just enjoy your lives. To tell the truth, I've been living my life without a care, but thinking outside of where you at will get you out of there. I demonstrate how this works when I get in the booth. I know the streets from the beats, yeah, I'm just in the loop. My surroundings a game where they would pitch and shoot. Rapping around the D, homie, I'm living proof. I used to live in the South where they be mad crunk. You'll hear the word of mouth as there be mad stunts. Sorry to the ones who caught me in a bad slump. And all it took to make me come was just a half pump. I pray for those locked up till they home. Keep my emotions boxed up like Patrons. Haters wanna stop this, too late, ayo, the data set. Exorcism prison, yo, these bitches about to break their neck. Put on for fan base, now I rep with PBX. So you don't see me stress, you're rapping up on PBS. Who would've thought I could've took it this far? Came to climb the Paramount and throw my hooks at the stars. Motherfuckers, 2012. It's Kendall.